Hello, student. Welcome to our class. I hope you all are well and you are doing good. Okay, so let's start our today's class, which was related to science. Okay, so here we know that we have seen in like book also and we have seen in movies also like Dandi March. Okay, so as per the Dandi March you have to relate you have to relate that Dandi March in our chemistry class. Okay, so let's demonstrate like some activity. Okay, so here we will do one activity. So like here is glass of cup of water and I have this salt. When I will put this salt inside the glass, inside the cup, then what will happen after mixing the salt inside the water? Okay, so here I am going to mix the salt by a spoon. Okay, now tell me your observation, what you observe. Okay, so like here you can see salt is dissolving in water. So here salt is, you can see the salt dissolved in the water. Okay, so very good. So here do you think that salt get vanished in water? Do you find any more salt in water or any molecules of salt after dissolving in water? And what is the chemical formula table salt? Okay, so you have to tell me about that. Okay, so here we will come to know about the topic salt. What is salt? Okay, so today's our topic will be related to salt. Okay, so now you have to define the salt in your own word. What do you understand by salt? Okay, so for salt, I will make you clear that I will make you understand what is salt actually. Okay, so salt are the ionic compound which are produced after the neutralized reaction between acid and base. Okay, so the like HCl plus NaOH. Okay, it's become H2O NaCl. Okay, so there are number of salt between sodium chloride is the most common among them. Okay, there are number of salt, but like sodium chloride is the most common among them. Okay, so sodium chloride is also known as table salt. Okay, or common salt. Okay, sodium chloride is used to enhance the taste of food. Okay, like here we will see that NS plus Cl2 where NaCl. So it's making NaCl. Okay. So here we can see the reactant is Na plus Cl. So here we can see the product will be the NaCl. So after coming to the characteristics of salt, like we can see that most of the salt are crystalline solid and most of the salt are soluble in water, like as we have seen in the experiment when I put that salt in the water that dissolved. Okay, so like that salt are soluble in water. Okay, so next, natural salt are odorless and salt can be colorless or colored. Okay, so salt can be colored also and colorless also. Okay, it can be both. I hope everyone is clear till now. What is salt? Okay. So moving further, does solid salt conduct electricity? Can this solid salt can conduct electricity or not? Okay. So here we can see that the solid salt do not conduct electricity while the liquid salt do, because this solid salt cannot produce electricity and the liquid salt can produce the electricity and the solution of the salt are conducted to the electricity. So this is the okay. So again I have one question for you, like common name of sodium chloride is? What will be the common name of sodium chloride? So here we can see the given answer will be the salt. Okay, because the common name of sodium chloride is salt. Okay. So as you have went to the chemistry laboratory, okay, so I have one table like you have to tell me the pH value after finding the after doing the experiment. Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, so I have solution and you have to tell me the pH value of that solution. Okay, like solution and pH value. Okay, like first one is the potassium chloride. And second one is the ammonium chloride. And third one is the sodium acetate. Okay, so you have to tell me the pH value of this three solution. So here, have you found the pH value of the potassium chloride? What will the pH value of potassium chloride? So as we know, the pH value of potassium chloride will be 7. Okay, after that the ammonium chloride pH value will be the 4.6. Yes, very good. So after that the solution of sodium acetate, what will be the pH value of sodium acetate? So here this will be the 7. Okay, 7 will be the pH value of sodium acetate. Okay, so this is the solution. Okay, and the pH value of the solution. Okay, so here what now tell me what is the nature of above solution and how do you distinguish between each salt from each other? Okay, so here we will come to know about types of salt. Okay, so today we will come to know about types of salt. So very good. So here we will come to know the types of salt. Okay, so now we will discuss about types of salt. Okay, now you have to define the types of salt in your own word. What do you understand by types of salt? Please tell me, and how many types of salt are there? Okay, so first we talk about first salt, like natural salt. Okay, so first one will be the natural salt. So here we will come to know about natural salt, like salt produced because of reaction between a strong acid and a strong base are natural in nature. Okay, so that the pH value of such salt is equal to 7. Like example, sodium chloride, sodium sulfate, potassium chloride, they are having same pH value like 7. Okay, so we will come to know about the potassium chloride. So like potassium chloride is formed after the reaction between potassium hydroxide, a strong base, and hydrochloric acid, a strong acid. Okay, so this is the potassium chloride, and after second one is the acidic salt. We will discuss about the acidic salt. So acidic salts, yes, acidic salt. So here salt which are formed after the reaction between a strong acid and weak base are called acidic salt. I hope you have got what is acidic salt. Okay, so for the pH value of acidic salt is lower than 7. For example, ammonium sulfate, ammonium chloride. So here the pH value of this both will be less than 7. Okay, so here ammonium chloride is formed after reaction between hydrochloric acid a strong acid and ammonium hydroxide a weak base. Okay, so I hope this acidic salt is clear to you. Okay, so let's discuss about the third one, that is basic salt. Okay, so basic salt which are formed after the reaction between a weak acid and strong base are called basic salt. For example, like sodium carbonate, sodium acetate. Okay, the pH value of a basic salt is more than 7. The for this like for example like this sodium carbonate and sodium acetate, the pH value will be more than 7. Okay, and this will be the less than 7, and this will be the equal to 7. Okay, so I hope this three types of salt is clear to you. Okay, so moving further, yes, like you have to analyze and you have to explain the solution. Like if we are having a strong acid plus a strong base, then what will it react? Like it will become natural salt plus H2O. Okay, so again, second one, like strong acid plus weak base, it's react to acidic salt plus H2O. Okay, so like that in weak salt, if we having weak acid plus strong base, it will react like basic salt plus H2O. Like, okay. Here I have one statement for you, and you have to tell me is it a statement is true or false. Like the statement is that sodium acetate is basic salt whose pH is more than 7. This statement is true or false? So I think this statement is false. So because sodium acetate place basic salt whose pH value is more than not more than 7, it will be equal to 7. Okay, so that will be the false. Okay, okay, so as we have seen, like in our family we are having like grandmother, grandfather, father, mother, sister, brothers. Okay, so we can consider our family like a family tree. Okay, so in that we have to we are having some salts, and we have to formulate like in we have to write down the chemical formula for that. Okay, so we are having like some salts like zinc chloride, calcium sulfate, calcium chloride, zinc sulfate, and sodium chloride. Now we have to write down the chemical formula for that. Okay, so for that you have to do. Okay, so now we will identify the family for each above salt may be obtained. Okay, so now we will discuss about the family of salt. Okay, so coming to here, okay, coming to here, we will come to know about the family of salt. Okay, so wait a minute. Like we will talk about family of salts. Now student, please define this family of salt. What do you understand by this family of salt? So here we will come to know about the family of salt. Like salt having common acidic or basic radicals are said to be belong to the same family. Like example, sodium chloride and calcium chloride belongs to chloride family. Okay, because these both having chloride. Okay, so this two belongs from the same family. Okay, like calcium chloride and calcium sulfate belongs to calcium family, because they both having calcium, like their chloride having calcium and the sulfate also having calcium, so this two belongs from the same family. Okay, like that there is zinc chloride, like zinc chloride and zinc sulfate belongs to zinc family. Okay, so here we see that in both there is zinc. Okay, so this both belong from the same family. Okay, so this is the family of salt. Okay, So here first we talk about, wait a minute. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you, family of salt. Okay, so we have understand about the family of salt. So we have to give some examples of family of salt. Okay, like here we can see that NaCl plus CaCl2. So we can see that ClCl is the is will belong from the chloride family, because this are having, in this both we are having chloride, so this will be the from chloride family. Okay, so these are the examples of family of salt. Okay, so again I have question for you, like NaCl and Na2SO4 belong to the family of sulfide acid, or family of chloride acid, or family of sodium salt, and family of oxygen. You have to tell me about this. Okay, so here it will be the, it will belong from the family of sodium salt. So the final answer will be the family of sodium salts. Okay, so this will be the answer for this question. Okay, so let's recapitulate our today's class. Okay, let's recall our today's class, what we have discussed in our today's class and what we have learned. Like, so today we have learned about salt and concept and types of family. Now let's summarize our today's class. So you tell what is salt. Like, we know that salt are the ionic compounds which are produced after the neutralization and reaction between acid and base. Okay, salt are produced because of reaction between a strong acid and a strong base are neutral in nature, is called natural salt. Okay, so like that, as we have discussed about that salt which are formed after the reaction between a strong acidic and weak base are called acidic salt, and we have discussed about salt which are formed after the reaction between a weak acid and a strong base are called basic salt. Or okay, and we have discussed about, we have find out the pH value of the basic and acidic salt. Okay, so after we have discussed about the family of salt. Okay, like family of salt, chloride, we have seen the family in family of chloride we have seen sodium chloride and calcium chloride, they belong from the chloride family, and the calcium chloride and calcium sulfate, they belong from the calcium family, and zinc chloride and zinc sulfate, they belong from the zinc chloride, okay, zinc family. Okay, so this is the today's class. So this we have discussed in our today's class. So I have homework for you, like you have to do your homework, like you have to analyze upon the types of salt formation and search out more examples related with kinds of salt in our space, and note down the following in the table. Okay, so I have given you table also, and you have to note down there. So you have to, the second question is that make a concept map of representation the family of salt. List of the given salt are below, along with write its chemical formulae in front of it and analyze upon for deciding the family of salt. Okay, like there is potassium sulfate, sodium sulfate, calcium sulfate, and magnesium sulfate. Okay, like one activity I have for you, like in this activity material required is like laptop, mobile phone, good internet connection, and that online lab. Okay, so for this instruction I have given over there the link of the online virtual lab, and you have to perform an activity. You have to take salt and question iron, and you have to check number of dissolved iron and the remarks. Okay, so I hope you all are have written this homework on your notebook, and you will do, and you will solve this question, and you will come to tomorrow for the next class, and then we will discuss this in that class. Okay, so thank you everyone. So thank you class.